안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 브리아나예요. Okay, so today, I'm actually going to talk about what I'm using to study in my downtime during my winter break in college. I'm actually a junior. 3학년이에요. I'm using elementary Korean. I actually started learning Korean with this textbook before I went to university and taking a formal class. I personally like this one because it really targets things that you will actually probably use outside the classroom, which is why I am going back to it and I enjoy using it. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to be using Integrated Korean Workbook. Sorry, I just covered my mouth. Because my university is using Integrated Korean textbooks. I personally don't like them because a lot of it is very much focused on a classroom setting, and when you're speaking to people on a daily basis, you're not going to be, asking where's the bookstore on campus unless you're going to be a university student in Korea. If you want to communicate with just people on a regular basis, you need a textbook that tells you about daily things. And what I like about elementary Korean, you learn words like ane, which is wife, and 남편, which is husband. You learn vocabulary like this, and within the first lesson, the first actual real lesson, the first dialogue, you learn how to say, excuse me, long time no see. You learn how to say, this is my wife, this is my teacher, our wife. So, you learn concrete thing. I learned how to say freaking wine and whiskey and liquor way before I could tell you, what year in college I'm in, which I personally liked. But what I'm doing today is I'm taking sentences that I wrote using the grammar, or not necessarily the grammar, but the vocabulary that was used in lesson 5, which is the first lesson that you're actually learning, Korean. You're no longer doing the alphabet, Hangul. You're actually speaking Hangul. This one you were supposed to learn, how to, give me 1 second, sorry guys. What does it say? So lesson 5 the title is 우리 집 사람이에요, which means our wife, or this is my wife, because Korean is big on 우리, ours, 저희. So lesson 5 it says we now begin the lessons proper. So you're actually going to dive in on how to introduce yourself, address people, identify certain things, and learn some basic questions. You learn the countries, nationalities, the language they speak. They talk about pronouns, and you really get firsthand pretty much most of the particles that you will be using. And the basic copula, which is 이에요, 입니다, depending on whether you're speaking casual polite or honorific polite. And they tell you should be comfortable using Hangul, so they will no longer use their version of romanization. Well, I wrote the sentences. 알렉산더는 러시 말을 공부해요. 알렉산 러시 말 선생님은 러시아 사람이에요. Pretty much what I said in those two sentences was Allison is learning Russian, and Allison's Russian professor is a Russian person. I'm just gonna go through these sentences. I just really wanted to record myself speaking it. Once again, I'm sorry about the lighting, and I look a hot mess. This was a spontaneous recording that I wanted to do. So, next one is 저스트는 프랑스 말해요. 저스트는 캐나다 사람이에요. 미치건은 일본 말을 공부하고 싶어요. 미치건은 일본 사람이에요. 허진이 중국 말을 정말 말해요. 허진은 중국 사람이에요. 저는 교수님이 알아요. 저는 의사가 봐요. 은행에서 일해요. 무슨 음식을 좋아해요. 어느 사람이요? 저는 한국말 책을 사고 싶어요. 그렇지만 돈은 없어요. 저는 수업이 끝나요. 그러면 TV를 봐요. So that's lesson 5 of the sentences I've created. Once again, I'm pretty much just reading off of some of the sentences that I made and translations because I just want to get a better feel of the language, and speaking practice helps a whole lot. So this will be lesson 6, 유과. And I said, 실례지만 대선이 어디예요? 저는 피자를 먹어요. 재밌느냐? And they have a reading text that you could look over if you want to. I translated it, but I just want to read out the whole dialogue or the whole script to get some speaking practice. So it's 교실 안에 학생들이 있어요. 책상 위에 실물하고 잡지가 있어요. 교실 밖에 무엇이 있어요? 교실 밖에는 나무가 있어요. 가방 속에 담배는 없어요? 네, 없어요. 화장실이 어디에 있어요? 교실 바로 옆에 있어요. And then I've made the sentence, 그 여자는 가수예요. 그래도 혼자예요. 사과 얼마예요? So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to get through most of this book again before I go back to school in January after Martin Luther King Day. I will actually be in elementary Korean 2, and we'll be going through the first beginning book of integrated Korean. Again, I personally do not like those books, but most American universities use them. The books come from Hawaii, which is also even more strange because even though it comes from people who actually speak Korean or know Korean, it's the fact that it's not coming from Korea. It's coming from a place in the United States. Not saying that Hawaii is bad or anything like that, but when I'm thinking I'm about to learn something, I'm really thinking that what I'm about to learn is going to be, I don't know, a lot of stuff in it could have changed a little bit, but once again, I'm not too upset about it. But the format, if you can get elementary Korean and you like heavy vocabulary, this is the book for you. What I mean by heavy vocabulary, it's let me show you this. Can you guys see it? It's heavy vocabulary. I'm not really strong with vocabulary. I did pass all my vocab tests in this past semester, my Korean class, but honestly, for me, my biggest weakness is particles. I swear, no matter how many times I go over them, it just doesn't register in my mind when I'm speaking Korean or writing. even though I've been told multiple times that in spoken Korean they don't really use particles. It's mostly in written, which is bad because most of the time in college you really, write a lot. And most of my exams is written, not speaking until like my midterm or my final when my teacher has us speak. Other than that, most of my work is written, which is bad. But I'm doing this so I'm trying to study abroad in Korea and eventually want to take the TOEIC exam. And unfortunately, the TOEIC exam has listening, reading, and writing. But that's it. 안녕히 계세요, 여러분. See you next time. Bye.